Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got another TF2 commentary here for you. As you can see, I am playing as a scout, rocking of course my bleeding scout loadout version 2.0, because a lot of you guys were pointing out that the Boston Basher might have been a better choice, and I kind of assumed it wasn't going to be a better choice, and now that I've tried it out, I know it's not a better choice, and this video will explain to you guys why I feel that way. But before we all start making very bad period jokes, as well as tearing the Boston Basher a new one, I will start off on a positive vibe, if you like. Which is basically this first clip that you are seeing right now. This is the most fun I have had with the Boston Basher ever since I played TF2 to begin with. Like, I'm just running around, hitting him once or twice, perhaps getting a kill, and then of course running away as fast as I can. Quite literally running around in circles and doing hit and runs. Unfortunately, I got overwhelmed because the blue team starts to respawn and starts to chase me, of course. And then I put myself into an awkward position, tried to get out of it, forgot the fact that there was a sentry, and then I died, which is slightly inconvenient. Yet I still feel very satisfied with what I did, so it's all good in the long run. Now, the Boston Basher doesn't really have any purpose in pub play, I find. In competitive play, it has one very important use, which especially has been increased in usage as far as my knowledge goes, after the change in the gloves, the running gloves, of course, for the heavy, because they don't bleed anymore. They give you mini crits, right? The Boston Basher allows you to damage yourself, which then which can result in your medic healing you, which then allows them to build up a quicker uber because they are actually healing damage instead of just over healing you. Now, this is a tactic used in competitive play for the sake of uber, of course, because in comps it's very important to have that uber as quickly as you can, because it quite literally allows you to win or, you know, break a battle and just come out on top. Now in pubs this tends to be a little bit of a different situation, because medics don't really heal you as a scout. Unfortunately, I feel like spies and scouts are the least healed classes, maybe camping snipers as well in addition to that. But definitely in this video you will see that I can't get any heals from the medics. Yet I should have been healed, which is rather infuriating, but it happens. That is what a pub is, I suppose. Yet also, if sometimes I get healed by a medic and they are seeing that I'm trying to hurt myself with the Boston Basher, they just don't heal me at all anymore. And then I ask them, why are they not healing me? And they respond usually with something along the lines of, you're hurting yourself, you're an idiot, go die in a fire, we don't want to heal you. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to help you, and I can't really blame them, but I definitely want to blame them. But they just don't know any better. Whatever the case may or may not be, it's annoying as hell for people that use the Boston Basher in pub play. So you can't really rely on that to make it as a primary weapon for your loadout, as it were, or as a primary melee weapon for your bleeding scout loadout, which also brings some other problems with you as well if you were to use that weapon. For example, if you play a lot of Demo Knight, then you know what I'm on about, because sometimes melee doesn't really register all that well in TF2, which is rather unfortunate, but it happens. It has to do with, of course, your own latency, their latency, the way that the servers register stuff, and melee just doesn't seem to do all that well all too often. But, you know, if you were to hit it with or were to miss with an Eyelander, it's alright, you just miss. You don't start to bleed to death. With the Boston Basher or any reskin of it, you will start to bleed to death, which is annoying, especially if you consider how much damage you will take. You will take an initial 18 damage from the top of my head, 15 or 18 damage by the initial just missing, and then you will take up to 40 bleeding damage, which is roughly 58 damage, 55 or 58 bleeding damage, or overall damage that you will take, which is almost half of your health, which is just insane. Would you really want to take that risk to sacrifice half of your health, assuming you can't get a medic on you or a health kit in time, by just missing? Is that really all that fair or nice to have? Yet I understand that allowing to make somebody bleed is very satisfying, because it, you know, makes them freak the hell out, or just makes them run all the way back, which then allows you to push harder. But that's why you have the guillotine, or in my case, what I prefer to use, the rap assassin as well. When I miss with the guillotine, then I can still, you know, make him bleed from a distance. the Boston Basher doesn't have that. Also, you have to consider that even if you were to use the Boston Basher only on campers or on spies to follow them, which is rather nice, I have to admit, but just if you were to use it on them or just on people that are really stupid for whatever reason, wouldn't it be better just to take out your scattergun and just directly kill them? Wouldn't it be better just to start pumping them full with meat shots instead of just trying to hit them with the Boston Basher just for the sake of hitting them with the Boston Basher? Wouldn't it just be better just to straight up kill him for your team? That's what I think. If I can get as close to an enemy that is enough for me to actually hit him with a melee weapon, I would presume your scattergun would be a little bit more effective earlier on, which also allows you to kill more reliable and more faster and just better, in my opinion, without having to risk, you know, bleeding to death yourself if you miss. So overall, I feel that the Rep Assassin is just a way better addition to the Bleeding Scout loadout than the Boston Basher will ever have, unless you have a medic that understands the fact that you can build up an uber quicker with the Boston Basher. Otherwise, you just might end up cutting yourself in your fingers, as it were. That's a pretty bad pun, but deal with it. Anyway, the video is about to come to an end, so let me know in the comments below. Would you rather use the Rep Assassin or the Boston Basher? You know my answer, you know my reasoning as well. So let me know what your choice and reasoning may or may not be. And I will catch you guys next time. Take care.